Hello, my loves. So I wanted to let you know I just did the second illumination session, and it was very deeply supportive for unburdening the physical body. And it went a bit deeper into uncensoring the voice, the heart, the communication. And we focused quite a bit on unburdening the physical body through past life and ancestral information. It's probably one of my favorite that I've done in quite some time. That's going to be uploaded as I post this. So that second session is available now for any of you who've been doing the series or who would like to join. Everything will be in the pinned comment. But now we're going to go into some messages that you will see on this title for this video. Okay, so lots has been happening. I posted a member video yesterday speaking about the energetic timeline shift that I've been witnessing, especially since the start of June. And I spoke a bit about that in that member video for any of you who want to watch that. But one of the messages and what that went in depth with was where there's a clear, almost rewriting or reset from the energy about that came in like a 1 year ago at this time, and how we were completing things last year and we're in this 1 year. So now things are renewing, and I've been witnessing where there's literal rewrites almost to the exact day and time. Some is just more general, but some has been very specific. If you've been witnessing that, you may enjoy that. But I've also been really seeing a massive energetic shift from the first part of 2026 as we're moving into the second half, as we're moving into this summer solstice energy. And the first half of 2026, from January to May through May, there was a lot of cleaning up energy. And although we're still in the midst of this, right, a lot was being revealed where we needed to release ourselves from what was so that we could actually have more space to move into what we've been asking for. So if any of you were feeling bored, stuck, frustrated, uncertain over this past year or so, hopefully you should be noticing some of that will be lightening as we move into this next 6 months. If you have been working steadily on um, following what's been in front of you to work through. Because what happens when we reach our capacity? So, what happens and why we can get bored and it seems like nothing is happening? And then you start to open up and you move forward, and it's like there's more stuff to work through. It's what my understanding of this is. I'll let you obviously each discern for yourself. But when this happens to me, I realize what's coming up to get worked on is exactly what was in the way of me leveling up to my next level. And so it's not because you've done something wrong or because something is trying to hold you back per se. Well, maybe, but mostly this is how the energies are, right? If we want to keep growing, we have to break through or be comfortable going through the uncomfortable to get to the other side. And so we sometimes hit these things or these patterns we've already worked through to go to a deeper level because now you're ready to hold a bigger space. And so you just move through that next layer, which I sense that some of you or many of you have probably been going through. And so what I'm going to do now as I speak about that is I feel guided to just pull a couple cards on like what supports or what's coming up next, how we can support ourselves, what can we be aware of, just whatever is going to be supportive for you at this time. I'm going to pull a Beyond Lemuria and then I'm going to go into some tarot just to, oh, wow. Okay. So this is huge because yesterday in that member video from a whole different deck, the card that came up was the fire. And now pulling from the Beyond Lemuria deck, we have the fire card coming back up, which in the session I just did, it actually went into the purification and a deeper activation and opening of the trifold flame and where that connects to the inner feminine, inner masculine, and inner child, but also the biological mother, biological father, and then the soul information, those three pillars that make up who you are. And the fire, of course, for those of you on the twin flame divine counterpart initiation, we know that fire is exceedingly transformative. And what came through in that message yesterday was where the masculines were acknowledging a deeper transformation for themselves. And I shared where, for me, I'm just the energies are so seamless that it just like this, just like this card, how it's all weaving together. It's like where the inner masculine and feminine are just harmonizing, coming together, where that activation through your initiation supported that transformation process and continues to do so as it feels aligned. What's coming to me is that fire activation that comes with the summer solstice here in the northern hemisphere coming up in the next few weeks. And this is what I want to pull some messages on. So let's see what we have. Oh, I opened right to the transformation as we were speaking about the transformative fire energy. And okay, so that was another thing that came in is where you may be feeling called to allow, of course, the fire of transformation to work with you. You may notice it happening more intensely with others if you've already gone through quite a few trial by flames and working with the other elements to help support and harmonize the fire so that the fire is not being tamped out but also coming into as it works the transformation, it's coming out the other side to balance the air, the fire, the water, and the earth, which we also touched on the illumination session. So quite a bit just feels exactly like this energy where everything is interweaving, intersecting, and the illumination energy is helping us to access it with more clarity, with more um, harmonization, right? You may even feel it within your own energies at this time as things have been. This is helping me feel like where things got uncensored and freed, and now like it's allowing the illumination to fill in what was once hidden. So it got opened, right? So what I'm thinking of when I'm seeing this is as we worked with the Uncensored series, it was basically calling the shadows to light and opening up the places that were unseen or forgotten about. And now, as they're open, the illumination energy is coming in and again, bringing everything to light, helping it to open up, helping the energy to bloom and blossom. That's what this feels like. It's like she's opening like a flower, and these different aspects and different powerful energies are coming through. This is also interesting because years ago I had this vision of the Kundalini energy going from the snake to the dolphin, and then from the dolphin to the dragon. And if you look at this, you can really clearly see this energy depicted quite strongly on this card. So I'll let you sit with that however it feels aligned for you. But I do feel this next few weeks are a huge opportunity to prepare and open to illuminate and harness what will be coming forward with this summer solstice. And for those of you in the southern hemisphere in the winter solstice, of course, there's a powerful activation there as well. As you're working with the energies, you're balancing and harmonizing actually the return of the light. So in the southern hemisphere, it's going into winter, but you start gaining daylight. So we're experiencing light, heat, fire, and illumination in different ways, but that also helps to harmonize and balance the collective, the planet, and the energies that we're working on simultaneously. Okay, now we're going to go into these. Let's see what we got. Okay. So we have the Ace of Wands and the Ten of Swords. And this, as we're talking about the illumination, this does feel that in this time, there's going to be a lot illuminating from the inside out. It will be available, but also helpful if you focus your attention on it, open up to it, harness it. It feels like it's going to help illuminate what is ready to lift, what is ready to shift, to make more space for more of your next steps to come through, right? Even how this is the yellow, it's like this embodiment of you, again, your own illumination, that awareness, that clarity, that embodiment that is coming from the inside out. Okay. And is there anything else that would be helpful to come through? Okay. We got one more. Also, I have been guided pretty soon, maybe within the next few days or week. I do want to come on and do a video about how I got here, what brought me here, why I do the work that I do, how it works, the intention behind it, and just help you guys get to know that part of me in a new way. So stay tuned for that if you've been interested. And we have Woodwives adaptability. Okay, this even obviously clearly different decks, but this to me is speaking about how the transformation that you've undergone has strengthened this capacity to adapt to many different things and in a positive way. You're holding more capacity and holding things lighter, allowing yourself to keep um, evolving, but also releasing past adaptive mechanisms that may have been based around survival. So it's a really interesting dynamic where old adaptions that once helped you are being brought to light so that you can release that burden and adapt and grow to your next level. And this is the thing about evolution and growth is that what is comfortable for you now or becoming comfortable because you've grown into your next level, what happens is you're going to work with that for a while and there's going to come a point where you're going to be ready to grow again, right? And this goes back to the beginning message where instead of viewing this as like a constant healing crisis or that you have to rush and hurry and figure everything out, it's much more sustainable to enjoy life, to do what's in front of you. If there's something to look at, to heal with, and to grow through, you do it because this is part of life. But it doesn't have to be this constant fix yourself, figure it out all the time thing. It's more of like what feels supportive for you at this time, and you roll with it, right? It's not this all or nothing. As we grow, as we evolve, as we adapt to that evolution, you realize less and less is actually so strongly black and white. There are lots of varying shades of gray that you will dance within and between. And that is actually part of the temperance, is that you're able to provide yourself with the experience that is needed in the moment rather than needing to reject one thing to do another. You can do one thing today and another thing tomorrow and just really adapt to what it is that supports you in the moment, my loves. This isn't about needing to have everything figured out all of the time. It's about strengthening the capacity to be present in the moment and provide yourself with what is the best for you at that time. And it's can be a different skill set than what we've been taught, right? So much of us were taught to hurry up and figure out the future, but it was always keeping us future oriented, which made it hard to orient in the present, which is where our power is. Our power is embodied in the present. Yes, we can look towards the future and what we want to experience. Yes, we can learn from the past and what we want to take with us and what we want to learn from and let go of. But it's really powerful when we can access the past and the future by embodying in the present and giving it our focus and attention in a moment at a time. When it has our power and intention, it actually helps us to create a more powerful future instead of always being dragged along into what is next. We can be in the present, create, envision, embody so that you're imbuing it with your energy and essence, which will strengthen it as it comes to pass as you take your steps forward. Okay. So a lot of future creation, most of future creation stems from what you're doing in this present moment. What seeds are you planting? What are you focusing on? It's not a race to get it all done today. It's about building and creating a sustainable foundation so that you can keep harvesting as you move into the future, my loves. Adaptability in a way that actually sustains and supports you, your happiness, your prosperity, your joy, your own sovereignty, your own power, your own illumination, my loves. So I'm going to leave it there. I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to hear from you as always if that feels aligned. And I will see you soon. Everything will be in the pinned comment. And I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day and a lovely weekend. Take care. Much love.